bro. What do you think about Crawford saying that he doesn't believe that Errol Spence should be in the Hall of Fame with the
I think
resume
I
that he
think
has now?
I think when they asked Crawford that, I think his mind went straight to competition. Adding up his accolades to Earl Spence's accolades, and I think he just answered. I don't think he really gave it any thought. Um, but that's his opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think? You think he
I
can go in?
Yeah, why wouldn't he? He beat a lot of great fighters.
He has. He has. But do you take it in consideration of like where these fighters were at that time?
You
He was talking
can.
about Kell Brook in his eye, but you can kind of do that with almost every fighter too
Hey,
nowadays.
listen. Hey, listen. Sylvester Stallone got put in the boxing Hall of Fame for movies. So you tell me.
Mm, fair to say. Fair to say. Um, what do you think about Floyd? Coming back from retirement to fight Cambosis.
I mean, Floyd, if he got the ability, I mean, why not? That's what he want to do. Do it. But at the same time, nobody really. Not me. I don't want to see Floyd and Cambosis. Not right now.
Would you want to see Floyd come back?
If he was to fight somebody great, or at least somebody respectful,
Damn, he's older though. You want him to just fight somebody great?
George Foreman did it.
True. From different circumstances.
What
Definitely
you
different.
mean?
George Foreman needed the money at the time, right?
But he was off. But he was off for 10 years.
True. True.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't need the money that bad. He came back after 10 years, and did, you know what I mean.
So you're gonna be
And he,
hungry for that fight. You're gonna train for that fight differently.
I hear you, but you going in there with them heavyweights too. Anybody can get put out fucking with them heavyweights.
That too, that too. But still though, right? Just knowing that he was willing to come back to fight an active fighter. I know Cambosa's 135, only about to make his appearance at 140 soon. Um, but still, do you think that Mayweather could do it? You think he could beat Cambosa's?
Yeah, when you got good basics, yeah, you could come back. It's just like anything else. If you got good basics, you can come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's like robbing the bank. Yo, you could tell that when you seen that Eddie Hearn, Mayweather, Crawford, they were watching Shakur sparring. You already know Floyd must have been like, "Hey, who you got for me? I got
Yeah,
Cambosis for you." You know what I mean? Shut up.
yeah,
Rob the
yeah.
bank again.
I mean, you got to remember Floyd used to having the limelight. You know what I mean? He had to give that up when he retired. So he's sitting back watching guys that he could beat, still fight and make money. That has a following. It's like, man, I can. Who's not gonna fight Floyd? You gonna make money fighting Floyd, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
he pick or if he pick a Cambosis, then Cambosis it is.
Mm. You know, imagine though, he fuck around and stop him. How Floyd's gonna talk? After he be like, "Yo, Devin went 24 rounds. I came back from retirement and stopped Cambosis," type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. He gonna
Floyd a
definitely
bad
talk
man.
about that.
Yeah, Floyd
Yeah.
a bad man.
But he got it. I mean, when you like I said, he got a different skill set. When you got a skill set like that and you defensively responsible and you got a jab and you know what I mean, you could do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He got everything around him to get him prepared. So if he want to, he can.
Big facts. Keyshawn and De Los Santos. What you think about that fight, man? They're in negotiations.
That's a great fight as well. I feel like Keyshawn need a fight like that though. Because De Los Santos is exciting. He gonna try to hurt you. He gonna go at you. You know what I mean? That's a fight that's gonna keep Keyshawn honest, but at the same time build his confidence even more.
Why you think he's taking? Why do you think he's gonna go out and verse that man? Like call that man, give that man an opportunity. Why you think he's doing that?
I mean, because you got to get somebody that the people know. If you're not gonna fight the champions, you got to get somebody that the people know, and we know De Los Santos.
Do you feel like knowing that he has a common opponent, Shakur Stevenson, he might be taking that fight for that reason as well. He can't show he's the best 135 pounder because he can't get in there with Tank and Shakur. So maybe this fight can separate that.
Right, that's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. It's same as if he would have fought Frank Martin. You know what I mean? That's part of it.
Mm. Who do you favor in the fight?
With Keyshawn and Dos Santos.
That's right.
I mean, Keyshawn for sure is the favorite only because he has an unblemished record, um, good jab on him, good body work, good intensity level, everything about him. He can fight. But De Los Santos is dangerous, awkward, fast, and he can hurt you. So it's definitely a good fight. But Keyshawn is the more disciplined fighter, so I will pick Keyshawn.
Distance?
No, I think like 8. Keyshawn
Wow.
getting. Yeah,
Keyshawn by stoppage, huh?
yeah, sure.
Wow. Do you feel like why do you get that feeling that it's like he trying to make a statement with De Los Santos? Is it the fact that he called De Los Santos and said, "Hey, I'm no Shakur Stevenson"? Was it that remark, or just knowing as a fighter and the competitiveness that's like, nah, he want people to compare.
Well, remember, you know what I mean? That's one way of weighing everything up. Keyshawn and Shakur said they'll never fight, right? So, all right, if we'll never fight, we could at least fight the same guys. You know what I'm saying? And that, of course, for when they get older or whenever, it's for bragging rights. You went the distance with him, I beat him up, and so on and so forth. But I don't think that's why. I think it's just strictly because we know who De Los Santos is, and we know that he's dangerous, and it's not one of those guys you be like, well, that guy couldn't punch or that guy couldn't fight. No, this is a live guy who really going to get ready. And De Los Santos is one of them guys. He go get the best work possible. You know what I mean? I've seen him in Philly a bunch of times come to get the work. I've seen him in Jersey. I've seen him in Delaware. I've seen him move around and get the best work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 2 year layoff. Does it make a difference?
It make a little difference because your eyes got to get acclimated.
Mm. Do you feel like because of that it's a cherry pick?
No, because any man can hurt you.
100%. Cardinal TV, thank you for the $2. Norman Boots Jr. stopped stoppage by 4.
Who that? My
Appreciate you.
grandson? I can't.
Uh,
I can't see the. I can't see the comments.
they disappeared, right? They be
Yeah,
disappearing.
yeah.
Um.
When you put the poll up there, it disappeared.
Oh, okay, hold on. I can take it down right now. All right. So, who do you think is the best at 135 anyway?
Right now is up for grabs. You got 4 great fighters up there.
You can't even rank them.
No, it's up for grabs. They all
Mm,
they all great fighters.
mm. So, with that, so if Keyshawn was to stop Edwin de los Santos, would you rank him higher than any of the other guys?
Uh could, but the only one that ever fought him was Shakur. So I guess you can only rank with them two. You know what I mean? If you go with popularity and all of that, Tank, you gotta go with Tank. If you go with accolades, skill set, and all that, Shakur. You know what I mean? Lomachenko, they'll be the argument, I guess. And then Keyshawn. But Keyshawn being there with how many fights? He got 16 fights, 15
13.
fights,
13.
13 fights. Yeah, so I mean he's a great fighter for that alone.